Hey guys, I decided to do this little video instead of writing it out just because I'm more articulate using these images rather than just writing my forecast out for tonight. So starting off, taking a look at the current temperatures, you will notice that these temperatures are pretty low, generally cold enough to support snow. You can see that cold Canadian air coming down into the Midwest, also the Northeast is cold. That's one ingredient for a snowstorm. Another ingredient is some moisture. Talk about that later. But yeah, you can see that there's plenty of cold air, in the Northeast and in the Midwest. Really, really cold. Looks like about lower 20s up across the UP of Michigan and northern Minnesota, northern yeah, around the UP of Michigan, anyways. Yeah, around the UP of Michigan. And then taking a look at the temperatures closer in. This is actually pretty cool. All this data is from Weatherbell, by the way. You can actually see the spine. Hold on. You can actually see the spine of the um, Green Mountains on this data, which is pretty cool. You can see that the mountaintops are just a little bit colder than the valleys. So that this area that would indicate some higher elevation, and you can also see where it's colder at higher elevations. Looks like the northern White Mountains, Mount Washington, you can see where it is significantly colder. You can also see the Saranac Lake Whiteface Mountain area. You can see that's significantly cooler. That's pretty cool. These are all in the 40s right now. So going on to the greater, you can see that there is some precipitation out towards the Great Lakes, also out towards like Erie and whatnot, also extending down into northwestern Pennsylvania. Okay, so now the storm that everyone's been kind of talking about. This is a depiction. This is the GFS. It is at 30 hours, and it is at the 500th height of the atmosphere. Anyways, so you can see that this is the upper level energy that'll produce those two storms. There'll be two storms, and this is that upper level low that will produce it. So you can see where the majority of that energy is. You can see there's a good chunk right along the border of Tennessee, North Carolina. That's where you're going to see some major snow from this event. That's where you can see some snow, some major snow, at least major snow for early in the year. Right at the elevation, you're going to see some snow. So this upper level low eventually is going to spawn a surface low, and this is the GFS. This is the depiction of the GFS, and you can see there are two lows. You can see where that 50-40 line is, which is a line that is required to produce some snow. You can see that it's about Worcester, then it extends down out towards the coast and down a little bit. So it's clearly could support snow out towards northern New England. Even portions of the Berkshires could support snow. The problem is that with these two upper level lows, the moisture is going to mainly stay offshore. So the coast is going to get battered with some strong winds as well as some precipitation. But our area, the inland areas, not a lot, and that's why it's going to be hard to accumulate any snow in this area, is because precipitation is just not there. These two storms will actually, this one in particular, is going to really bomb out once it gets out towards about Nova Scotia. And of course, precipitation lies on the western edge of any low pressure system. So that'll give down East Maine the chance for 6+ inches of snow. So yeah, so they could end up getting a pretty, 6+ inches of snow from this particular weather event. Unfortunately, like I said, it's just going to be too far offshore. We might get an inch or two, but the precipitation is just going to be too far offshore, really, to give us any big snow. And this is the HRR, product from the NC National Center for Environmental Protection, um, and I can't. I think this is for 15 hours out, so this is roughly Saturday mid-morning. Um, you can see where that snow is, higher elevations of the Smoky Mountains, I believe, right along the Tennessee border, extending up into the higher elevations of Kentucky, where it's cold enough to support snow. But yeah, you can see most of the precipitation, and actually, rather, this precipitation, it's all going to be sliding offshore, and it's going to go east rather than east northeast. So none of this precipitation is really going to affect the Northeast Kingdom. I can see there is a little bit of precipitation up here. We might get kind of clipped by that, but again, it's only going to be an inch or two for our region. So this is the GFS. This is what the GFS is saying for snowfall. You can see, as I mentioned before, um, you can even get a foot out and down East Maine out of the snowstorm all the way into portions of Nova Scotia. But again, the problem is the precipitation is just too far out. So the Northeast Kingdom, you can see here maybe an inch or two. That's even being kind of generous. Portions of interior Maine, they can also get 3 to 4 inches, but unfortunately, we're just not going to get that. So you can also see, yeah, you can see on this map, it's kind of zoomed out, but there's about 7 or 8 inch snowfall right where I was talking about that area earlier, that Smoky Mountain area, right on the Tennessee North Carolina border, where the elevation's about, I believe, 3,000 feet. That's where you can get um, a decent amount of snow. And this is just for fun. I'll give you the Euro depiction. The Euro is a little bit different. So the product I'm using only, it refreshes not refreshes, sorry. Um, this is only the 48-hour 24-hour accumulation, but you can see that same area down East Maine up to the border of Canada, Nova Scotia. That's where you're gonna get it. That's where you're gonna get your snow. Um, Maybe if we're lucky, we'll get an inch or two. Anyways, I just wanted to create this video because I can explain my forecast a lot better in video than I can in writing. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I don't get any credit taken off.